Hey there, it's me, Red Knight, and welcome back to my channel for another Heyday video. Now for the Valley for September, we are heading off to Turkey. I'm looking forward to telling you all about this decoration. Now first of all, what is the Valley going to be? Well, it's a sanctuary valley. It's one of my favorite ones because as you drive around you can collect lots of tokens. And the tokens that you can get can be very, very handy indeed, allowing you to buy lots of items from the actual in-game shop there. Now, these buildings that are actually there are nice to go and collect the tokens from, but the key thing is the animals. If you find the 3 animals that are down there, pick them up, take them to the sanctuary, drop them off, and you'll get even more tokens. Now, the special shop that's coming, as you know, has 3 wonderful items. You've got your diamonds, you've got your boosters, or you've got your actual decoration. Now, which one are you going to go for, I wonder? Now, as I said, there are 3 choices. The boosters do vary. They could be anything that actions the game itself, allowing you to speed things up, to produce more, to get things done a little faster and better. The choice is yours if you want to go with this selection. Not for me, though. I prefer the deco. Next one's the diamonds. Now, diamonds can be very handy indeed, especially with all of the deco that Heyday's been giving us recently. But again, deco's not what I want. Now, I love deco, so the key thing for me is this beautiful statue. Now, this statue relates to Turkey, but what is the story behind it? That's what I'm going to tell you now. And I think you're going to like it. It took me a bit of time to find out about this one, but it is pretty cool indeed. Now, we're heading off to Mount Nemrut, okay, and we're going to find out a little about the Comanche Kingdom. Now, the haunting sculptures overlooking the Mount Nemrut are some of the most magnificent that you'll find anywhere in the world. Giant heads built in the 1st century BC under the Comanche Kingdom look out over an incredible sunrise and sunset every day. And the photos I saw on the internet are absolutely stunning. These massive sculptures are like just about nowhere else in the world. They're weighing at 6 tons and they are a full 10 meters tall. Remind me of those beautiful Christmas Island statues. But where do these mysterious sculptures come from? What is the Comanche Kingdom? Who was the king? Antiochus I Theos? Why were they built? And what were the purpose do they serve? And why are they on this spot? Well, there's a lot of information that pertains to this. Now, in relation to this location, it's one of the very few examples in history where we have remnants of history, but not the memory. And so it's up to us to set the record right and discover the history of this land all over again. Now, the kingdom was an ancient Armenian kingdom that essentially served as a buffer state between ancient Rome and Persia. In fact, the kings of Comanche called ancestry from Darius I of Persia. Its capital was the grand city of Samosata, of which just about nothing remains. The valley at the bottom is likely to be the location of this city, by the way. Now, as you can see, even though there's little known about the history of this kingdom, and history is actually surrounded in mystery, we're actually grateful for the fact that there's some information that still remains, and that is pretty cool to note as well. In relation to the statues that you're going to be seeing, or you can see at this location, there's a lot of representation for the actual kings of this area, wealthy people, and the actual gods at the time. Now, I've included links as usual towards the back of this video. Go and check out the links and actually search for this location itself, because there's a really good amount of information to learn about this beautiful place. Now, the sculptures themselves show the east meets west nature of the kingdom, as the facial features and Greek, but their clothing they're wearing is decidedly more Eastern. They are no longer standing in their original positions in many cases, but the scattered effect of the sculpture's composition is almost more jarring than if they were neatly in a row, as they almost certainly were originally intended. Now, the nearest major city to Mount Nemrut is called Adiyama, but probably Gaziantep is where you're flying to. Drive up, and the sunsets and particular sunrises over the sculptures are absolutely a must-see, as I said earlier. Now, these massive sculptures are bathed in the dawn's red light. They reflect over the marvel of history and the passing empires of the lands. Now, it's a shame not so much is known about it, but it's interesting that we've got a lot of cool facts about the place. Now, in relation to this location, okay, many of their statue heads were cut off and broken, but in some locations the heads were actually placed near to their bodies. On the western side, okay, most of the sculptures are not so well preserved. However, the heads of these sculptures did not experience the same fate as the others, and they remain nearly intact. So there's like the east and the west side that actually gives you a very good perspective on what the statues look like based on the decoration Heyday's given us. Now, this place was excavated by German engineer Carl Sister, and before he actually found this location, not much was known about the area or known about the actual statues, the people itself. So it's kind of cool that a modern activity happened, thus revealing this beautiful site to the world. Now, I must admit, I would love to visit this location. I have visited Turkey just the one time, where I saw some friends and did a little bit of sightseeing at the time, and I thoroughly enjoyed the food, the culture, and other things. Now, there's a lot more to see. As you can see here in these photos, there are beautiful things that you would not expect unless you actually visited these locations and were told about it. So I'm happy to share this information that I've got with you. A lot of the websites that I looked into to find out about this place actually really do have some very good photos of the heads placed down on the ground, the actual stone emplacements. Now, these are 2 links from this location, so why not check those out? If you are again in one of the Facebook groups that likes to share these photos as well and the imagery, check it out, share them in your own language like I've seen previously. Now, as I said, Turkey is the key focus of this valley. We've got a wonderful decoration. It's the piece that I would love to get for my collection. Interesting historical aspect about the location and the mountain itself and these statues, and I do like it. Now, if you would like to support me more in the game, why not use code REDKNIGHT, R3DKNIGHT in the game. Type it into the green box, and if you do make a purchase, you'll be supporting me. Additionally, what you could do is to actually watch my videos and subscribe to my channel. I love finding out about this decoration, and I will always tell you about it if I can. In fact, I still need to go back and do some of the old ones as well. But either way, I'll see you next time. You take care, have fun, and good farming. Bye now.